Welcome to the Neo Eurovision Song Contest. Perfect harmony. Yeah. The Neo Eurovision Song Contest is back. After two amazing shows in 2014 and 2019 that I never posted online in full, but anyway, I plan to post this contest in full this time. For the first time in 5 years, there is enough interesting content to do a custom contest, despite the fact that I stopped watching the contest after 2015, and despite the low level of the contest since then. I consider the 2015 contest as the last decent adult contest. For various reasons that I won't explain again. I already did this on this YouTube channel, even if it was in French, but short story short, bad songs, bad coding system, bad Swedish influence on production, and Junior Eurovision now destroys the adult contest in almost every way nowadays. So I'll stick at that. That being said, that's why I don't care at all if the adult contest is cancelled. However, if the Junior Eurovision is cancelled, I will be pissed. But anyway, that being said, let's talk about the 2014 and 15 editions, and then we'll explain how the 2020 edition will work this time. The 2020 edition will be more ambitious and will try to simulate real results with the most reliable votes that we can find online. Needless to say that most of the fan contests are excluded from this list unless they follow certain rules. So let's talk about it. What were the 2014 and 15 contests about? They were originally called Eurovision Personnalisé, which means custom Eurovision in French. And it was mostly about reducing the number of songs I would watch at a time, where the contest was starting to go downhill in my book because of Swedish producers. But anyway, so yeah, I took national final songs into the mix. So that's why there's a fact that I'm quite proud about is that in 2015 I had some sort of projects, and in fourth in 2015 with their national final song day after day, 2 years before they ended third in the real contest. So yeah, it's mostly coincidence, but it's something that I'm proud about. Here, the contest will be hosted both by the Netherlands and Italy, because Italy won the 2015 contest with Il Volo, with Grande Amore. So it makes sense that the contest will open with Il Volo singing Caruso and Grande Amore, because they're still the last winner like in the Eurovision universe, and actually in the real televote they destroyed the televoting, so they were deserving winners anyway, and I still consider Grande Amore as the last winner of Eurovision, of the good period of Eurovision, even if of course we had like Jamala and Sabado Sobral with 1944 and Amar Produstovic, that were good winners, but they won in shitty contests. So yeah, it's like winning. There wasn't any competition, or barely. Anyway, so yeah, I won't explain it. It's not interesting to talk about. Just know that the winner of the 2014 show was Wise Like a Phoenix, like in the real contest, which makes sense. And the other winner in the 2015 show was Il Volo Grande Amore. That's why. And I had actually South Korea competing as an inviting country with actually amazing song. Check it out. It's called The Game Begins from the Death Note musical. It's like amazing. It's the Korean version of the song. So yeah. So what it is about this style is not only about personal fun. That's something that was never done in any simulation. They didn't try to correct the voting patterns based on the pot, because they all vote differently. So of course you can say that you can see for example, you can see here that Iceland would have. Some people say that Iceland would have won. Actually, when you see the votes based on the countries that revealed public votes, you see a massive representation of pot 2 like with Australia, Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway, and Sweden voting. I mean, that's a lot. So yeah, there are a few simulations that try to correct that thing by invading sales of votes for other countries that didn't have a public vote, but it's also invalid because it's not even close to what the real clear results would have been. Some simulations did try using professional jurors, although let's be honest, it was made without any EBU supervision on the matter to make the juror more balanced in terms of profession and age. We countries, we merge them into one vote and that's it, and we complete the votes that way. So, for example, in Pone 1, we're going to merge Albania, North Macedonia, and Switzerland together to get one vote. And in the final, I mean, in the semi-final, we merge Albania, Croatia, North Macedonia, Serbia, Slovenia, and Switzerland. In the semi-finals, we take into account 2 votes per pot, and in the final, 3 votes per pot. So the format of the 2020 contest: 9 qualifiers per semi-final. The top 6 of each semi-final qualifies, and 3 wild cards. We have 4 qualifiers among the Big 4, 5, and the Netherlands. Because, yeah, I made it so that not every country from the Big 5 and the Netherlands qualify. You need to deserve it, basically. There isn't enough content, quality content for 3 shows. So I only made 1 show this year, unlike in 2014 and 15, because the contest got a lot worse. So yeah, 3 songs are pre-qualified for the final. So yeah, you can see the method for scoring the 3 songs. I won't get into detail here because it's like mostly mathematics. So yeah, so this is why I explained earlier. So for the semi-final, 2 votes per pot. Euro jury is interesting because they're good at predicting the winner, but there are patterns in the Euro jury votes. Sometimes, like, if I noticed that if a song wasn't in the top 5 of the jury, but ends up in the top 5 globally, they tend to win. It was the case for Amar per Deutsch. It was the case for 1944. Even though they didn't top the Euro jury, they would win. So that's taken into account in that simulation. It's not a good predictor of the overall results, but it's a good predictor of who would have done maybe better in the jury. And spoiler alert, Romania is probably doing well, not better in the jury. Like, they predicted that Austria, in that way we could have predicted that Austria would have done well in 2018 with the César Sompton. But in the final, it works quite similarly to the semi-final, but there are more criteria taken into account because we have more things to take into account. So as I said, my vote doesn't count as an official reliable vote in the final. So bonus points. In the final, we've been announced as televotes, but they are not televotes. And you can see the several criteria. I don't think it's interesting to talk about them. So now the details of how I calculate the jury votes. A selection of juries from the Polish simulation. So it's a guy, he's called Baida Maya, I think. So if I pronounce that wrong. So I took it. And then he published an Excel sheet that isn't available anymore online. So that's good. But I downloaded it before they were deleted from WeTransfer. So I have every single jury. By the way, if that person is listening to me and noticed a mistake in the Belgian jury vote, yeah, there is a mistake. He counted a jury twice. It's a mistake, obviously. I just wanted to point that out. So I corrected that mistake. Even though I take that simulation in another way, I will move a lot of jury based on the way they are supposed to vote, because I consider that a jury should vote the way his country used to vote. And yeah, I'm going to show you an example of the big merge, and that is how I calculate everything, and I combine everything with average, and we calculated average based on the countries that are voting for, etc. Now the reveal of the qualifiers based on everything I said. Who will make it to the final? So yeah, Lion of Love, Mustantal, and Juzovic. Slovenia, Voda. So I will reveal the qualifiers in a order. First semi-final, pot 1, pot 2, pot 3, pot 4, pot 5, pot 6, and then pot 6 is the big 5 in the Netherlands. And then I go again for the second semi-final. I go pot 1, pot 2. So yeah, Slovenia qualifies for the final. Congratulations. And now from the pot 2, Sweden and Denmark qualifies for the final. So you will notice that Norway did not qualify to the final. Big shocker. I mean, they didn't get in the top 6. They didn't get in the top 6. They didn't get a wild card. More qualifiers. We have Russia, Armenia, and Azerbaijan qualify. For the pot 4, Malta qualifies and Romania qualifies. Congratulations. Pot 5. For the first semi-final, the qualifiers are Belgium and Lithuania. Qualifiers, we have Germany, the Netherlands, and Italy qualifying. Now for the second semi-final, you see the qualifiers reveal is quicker than usual. Makes sense because I have time for this. So, second semi-final, first pot, the qualifiers are. I actually don't forget what changed. Wait, was it Australia? No, Australia qualified. Yeah, I forgot to say Australia qualified. What changed? Oh, Switzerland qualifies, of course. For the second pot, the qualifiers are Iceland. And only Iceland. This is not a good thing. Like Estonia and Finland don't qualify. It's worth noticing that Finland actually qualified in the Euroscorer simulation. Portugal could have qualified too if the jury wanted it. It's not unlikely at all. Same for Czech Republic. It could surprise. Czech Republic could have surprised in the real contest. So we'll never know. Even Latvia had a shot of qualifying. Anyway, I'm spoiling a bit, but Georgia qualifies to the final on the pot 3. For the pot 4, we have San Marino and Greece qualifying for the final. Now for the pot 5, who qualifies? Poland qualifies from the pot 5. And one spot left. So it means that either France, Spain, or the United Kingdom are going to qualify, and only one will qualify. The last qualifier is France. Tom Leb, mon allié. Yeah, he actually did well enough to qualify. The final running order of the Neo Eurovision 2020 that is taking place in August. I will probably end everything in September or whatever, but yeah, I'm making this video in August. I'm going to publish it in August, so it counts. Final running order. We have Russia. Is going to open the contest with which is quite funny. The running order was determined by a random running order. See you for the Neo Eurovision. You will be able to vote for the Die of Week YouTube channel viewers vote, which won't count, but it will be maybe funny to see. When the recap video is published on this channel, it will count for fun, and I will discuss about it and publish the live scoreboard of that vote after the reveal of the real results. So be quick, because only the first 14 votes will count, because there are 14 set of votes missing. There you go. See you soon. It was Die of Week. See you soon for the Neo Eurovision 2020 Perfect Harmony, with a bit of open up too, because it was a team of this year, but of the contest that never happened. See you later.